Well, good morning, Asama Bimaha. I am Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Another huge edition this morning. I was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you very much. So I join in our Hasi, of course, ladies and gentlemen. In terms of the best sports analysis. No, you get the best from here. It doesn't get any better. Trust me. You're the best in terms of tactical analysis, pre-match analysis, off the field, on the field analysis. No, you don't get it any better than you get it from here. Some also say, oh, enjoy analysis no. Or something the best bet code now. The disc I was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Into and now two separate booms, two tickets. First one, the 5 to 6 odd no a boom, and of course the 13 odd no boom. It's the make sure say stick and stay with us. Don't rush it, don't force it. Making sure say they be the code to one trap. Training you now and then be patient. You are definitely going to cash out our Hasi on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Some of the messages I've seen here on YouTube, some on Facebook, some on Twitter. Someone sending those kind of messages. This is the reason why I do what I do. The fact that some of you are getting money to pay your school fees, any more rent, any money. I am very excited to be able to help in that regard. Of course, if you want to reach out to us, I was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, your socials, no, I see on Fiifi-Manfred on Twitter, Fiifi-Manfred on Facebook, Fiifi_Manfred on TikTok, on here as well. So, of course, on Twitter, there is the email Fiifi-Manfred. I will email no by your name. Reach out to us or anything. We'll have a good conversation. I was here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Of course, here we will there is a huge conversation this morning. Oshe and how Chelsea for share the biggest first half win in the history of major European competitions now. Now, I don't want people to take anything out of Chelsea's win against Noah, and for two reasons. But there are 5 separate things that we learned from that game and run against Noah. And you be real. And essentially, in the pre-match analysis, one of the things that I was very vehement on, I me very keen on. Na me boss upon. Na me because say we Chelsea sign me and say, you see, Oshe teammates Noah. And then it's playing Chelsea. The class of Chelsea, and you know Chelsea winning Europa League, we're winning Champions League. Noah was established in 2017. But the hack is that it is not about the pedigree of Noah versus the pedigree of Chelsea. It's essentially a Chelsea team that in the last 2 to 3 years has suffered huge damages and losses in terms of performances on the field of play. It's a Chelsea team that confidence and consistency have been lacking for a while now over team, especially under set to the ball in the Baghdad, the Gbali Beto club, under the clearly consortium. The club has struggled to have success that they used to have under the elsewhere Roman Abramovich team. So it is imperative. In fact, I'm chasing my first trophy for men's football for a while now. And the money the WSL several times for England got Champions League final last season. And it's money man, they are being successful still. In fact, after say High is Sonia Bompasta also doing an excellent job. There's no problem with the women's side. But the men's side, problems have been there. And this season, Enzo Maresca, and one of the first things that people consistently spoke about was the fact so Enzo Maresca as a manager, team na Obabefano. It is a team that has a bloated squad list. Until almost Chelsea were training grounds and the players needing training Enzo Maresca, however, has managed the talent to the extent that and then what's in a full team. I won in the conference league and the rest one more team in a week. Okokobo Manchester United over the weekend, about Noah in Europe, and then going to play Arsenal on Sunday. It means that if the squad was lean, and Chelsea depending on players are almost 30 prepra, Abia injuries, Romeo Lavia on resting, on managing the load here. Lavia probably would have been injured in one of these games, and you will not get him for the Arsenal game. Maybe Enzo would have been injured, you will not get him for the Arsenal game. It is so super important. Say you build a squad, you build a team, with the bigger picture no, right ahead of you, and then you plan towards that direction. And no, in a Baghdad the Gbali more using Paul Winstanley more any Stewart more trying to build, of course, using the brains of a branch your friend Joe Schultz. And then on top of the Conference League table, no, Chelsea are on top of it. And one of the things that I found out inside game, and I said, very soon, coach your friend Enzo Maresca may play the double tens, no? They will play that double ten. But before that, the most important point, which is the first one, the Enzo Fernandez conversation. Yeah, before this game. Of course, Enzo Nyade and Enzo Babebo game in Chelsea AC, and then you're not getting the best out of him. I can several times with her. Say Enzo Fernandez, and the guy that's supposed to give you goals and assists. And creativity, and they say player or my goals and assists. Creativity essentially goes beyond just goals and assists. What does the player do in the first phase of ball progression? And now, Enzo ball just first half in 20 minutes, 3 assists. Almost rating a 9.3 or so in the first half alone. In the second half, it was a stark difference between the team that the attack and go very fast. Now with Enzo Fernandez, he doesn't have to take 3 or 4 touches under pressure. But Chelsea, any Enzo Maresca, any Fiifi-Manfred Kofa, Cesar Casade, any Abrantia, if the Kennedy go over. These are players that are not the best, are not press resistant, that will have to take extra touch, extra 2 touches, extra 1 touch under pressure before they're able to play forward. It obviously affected the game plan in the second half. But that's the quality of Enzo Fernandez. I can several times say, when team a growing structure, say defense a grow in terms of where they want to go and how confident they can be, how Leverkusen can read games better and step in and make up danger, how Wesley Fofana able to read the balls better and know when to be aggressive, when to go tighter, when to leave spaces in behind, when to go closer. Now the team will be at a stage where you can play Enzo Fernandez, you can play Cole Palmer, you can even play Romeo Lavia as the sole 6 and allow him control the game. You can play Enzo Fernandez as the sole 6, allow him control the game. Then you can play Cole Palmer and then have João Felix also in the half space. Because Enzo Maresca said it in the pre-match press conference. Said in future there is a possibility of seeing Chelsea playing Cole Palmer in one half space, and Abrante João Felix in the other half space. And there's a possibility of having Enzo Fernandez sitting in the interior. One of the major things that we learned about the game, and they said Enzo Fernandez is important to everything attacking that Chelsea does, and it's not just about assist or goals and qual. It's essentially about how the game builds up, essentially about the zones he drops to pick up balls in the half space, in build up, how he adds and does that +1 role on the left hand channel, and consistently the fact that control of the attack and how pacey, how quick it goes through a branch of Enzo Fernandez. When people sit on the media, that's one person and he says, "Oh, Enzo is not essentially a good player. He's not a good player, and he makes mistakes, and he has bought for this amount." It doesn't matter. Enzo is a top quality player that you only get the best out of. You can harness the quality from Enzo when he plays in a specific role. Our team, General was clear. He needed no introduction. After the game, Abrante Feni tossing a Drebiayo in a pre-match interview with TNT Sports. I don't be saying, say, what happened? I don't know any answer to the assassin now. Tosin Adrebiayo was a very good game. That's how they wanted to play. They wanted to dominate. They wanted to keep a clean sheet. I mean, the first opening minutes, Omen has scared Kakra, and then they had to get back and be much more focused and make sure that they will not concede any silly goal against them. And it's the same thing Abrantia, the friend of Terry George, the Sokai, said they wanted to go out there, get a first goal, and make sure that it becomes a very, very professional game. Enzo Maresca also reaffirmed that statement of playing a professional kind of football, being focused and making sure that they get the results when they have to. Now, this is the hack. Chelsea game now. Chelsea shared 2 corner kicks. 2 goals from corner kicks. That's the right expression. Now, 2 goals from corner kicks. Now, answer the Sassi said, Sagos Minina Chelsea share 3 corner kick now. Over the week, Bernardo Cueva anyway a huge meeting. In that meeting, he had re-emphasized the need. He said he gets better in defending and then attacking or set pieces. Now, what can I several times say? He needs them to do better in that regard because or no, and until on the neighbor at Chelsea, say, Oma get better and they don't grow, the numbers don't show in the attacking and defending or set pieces. he is going to get worried, and then he will put pressure on them. It will say, or no any toss they went into this game preparing largely on set pieces, how to attack the spaces when the team come together and then the spaces come in front of the 6-yard box now. How will they attack it? How will they direct on my headers now? Then Omobey will bring the best out of it. It will say, with the 2 goals now shares from set pieces now, when him say Abranche friend Bernardo Cueva, he is going to be happy because Nejumano Oma in the year on Oma in the camera, and he is happy saying this service. Now that feeds into the Arsenal conversation. Chelsea go Arsenal. And a public knowledge say one of the best teams in terms of set pieces in Europe and in the world by extension, make it at the Arsenal team. You know what they do to you in set pieces. One of the best against Manchester City. City tried to use players, but to say Jeremy Dokumo as blockers for big guys in Abrantia. Your friend Gabriel Magalhaes, it did not work. Magalhaes popped up and got a goal against same City. Kyle Walker exchanged with our branch friend Jeremy Doku to be the blocker. It is the excessive moment. My teams they defend more zonal, and now see kind of zonal defense. You are defending the space into you make us okay. Arsenal for 1 year. On far post on your bubble and after spread it. Then you come and attack the space into the area. Forget about the human beings. Let's attack the space. Make sure the space now. Or you're first to the header, or you're more aggressive in that area. It's one way of defending. Certain teams want to defend man for man in set pieces. It's also Chelsea team where they give a lot of chances away from set pieces and the corner kicks out. That is a huge thing, and it's going to play on their mind. Someone Arsenal about here. And also Bernardo Cueva has been working on stuff like that. Like so before the game, make a choice. One of the reasons why Chelsea cannot afford to drop points in time match, to do anything like Kadesical, is to build confidence. Because what are we at Manchester United? Obian himself, Manchester United were not in a good place. You could not beat them. Only Manchester City, you could not beat them. Only Liverpool, you could not beat them. Yes, what's in Newcastle? But you need to beat the Noah form. You went to lose away to Newcastle in the car back. She Noah form. Mobility say you mean business, and that's what Enzo Maresca was saying after the game. So on catch boys, he said they have to be very professional. Now, Untinika say okay. Only know an airborne team, you don't want to be professional. Like a football, they have to be very, very professional. And according to him, they were solidly professional. And everybody can see 8 goals to 0 there. And you're obviously a very, very professional game and a Chelsea boy in getting that result for a team, a friend in Noah. And he needed that from them. The need for the consistency. They need to get back to winning ways. They need to make sure that now they are focused on getting certain specific results, in making sure that they grow together as a team, especially in the lead up to that big London derby. Because on Sunday at Stamford Bridge against Arsenal, it was important. Very, 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 very important. Very, very, very important. And for me, now I'm very, very excited given what came in. Now, the third thing, Enzo Maresca is doing a lot of good job on Mihailo Maka. Winning your first time. I said it about 2 weeks ago. I said it in the game against Ghent. I said it away at Panathinaikos. It has become very, very apparent. And now, it is a kind of goal he has been practicing over the bar. In fact, there was a game when Nicolas Jackson was in space. Now, and Nicolas Jackson buffooed. The buffooed outright. So, and it's not when there's a better option there. But now, you could tell that the confidence was coming. And so, about 2 games ago, Enzo Maresca here in the pre-match press conference, so Maresca said, oh no, after the game, he spent extra time with the attackers. Now, Wakache Noni Madueki, Wakache Mudrik, Wakache Jerry Sancho, Wakache Pedro Pelro, Wakache, all the attackers say, Omo Bobo ni Biana say the other attacker Kitabona, they should attack the far post. Now, Okati Ina. When you're 1v1, you be direct, go towards opponent. But say 2v1, don't try to overdo. Play a pass, open yourself, find a space, and then play in. And very important for him. Hugely important way of play for Coach Enzo Maresca. And yesterday, you could tell, say the extra work on the training ground on our branch friend Mihailo Mudrik was beginning to tell. Obeka last season, or she go against Arsenal, does it give him the license? Say Arsenal or best start here. A question for another day when we talk about what Enzo Maresca and how he's going to play against an Arsenal team. And very, very soon. I mean, can't see me sure. Pressure need Chelsea, so pressure no Arsenal. So it is Arsenal who have to deliver. For Enzo Maresca, all season when we'll be added to say, oh, a new coach and ABR company is not going to perform. A top 4 are there, and he should do better. For Mikel Arteta, for 3 seasons, Omar Tamano, he has gone to the transfer market. He has come close twice. So when Tinia and GBB substantial, that's not fans to beginning to come back and ask questions of Mikel Arteta as a manager. And it's a huge game for Olusu about 3 times. Okulusu against Bournemouth, Okulusu against Newcastle, Okulusu against Inter Milan. He has to get results against Chelsea. Now, and only Abuano, and Nema Arsenal for him. Because the fact that they've lost this number of games, number against you, you need to be careful in playing with them. Else, they will be too clinical. Martin Odegaard was fit. He came on to come and play inside game against Internazionale Milan. Mikel Merino, Bobby, Declan Rice, yes, we were proud, but then he wants to come in and come and play. I want to see the battle between Moises Caicedo, Romeo Lavia versus Abrante friend Declan Rice and FIFA. I want that smoke. I want to see how it's going to look like. Now, one thing also that's very important to say, see, boys in the confidence for sure. And goalkeeper, your friend Philip Jorgensen, you can tell say he's getting better and better. And Enzo Maresca has a plan for Abrante friend Philip Jorgensen. And very, very soon, Chelsea most likely will get the best out of Abrante friend Philip Jorgensen. And he will put a lot of pressure. When he said this weekend, brief about Montiano Mokase for Robert Sanchez, although we're 26 and he's already 27. Chelsea for him did say as a goalkeeper in terms of talent they will be and the decision making so they want to give him some time to go in terms of the decision making. And then again, as a goalkeeper only 26. I want you this is the point where you learn a lot of skills in the art. I mean in the department and then go with it. So they will not want to pull the plug on Abrante and be a friend of Robert Sanchez. They would want to keep him. They would want to manage him and then let Abrante friend Philip Jorgensen give him a lot of pressure from the back post and make sure at least they'll get a job done. It's of course in the Conference League there, teams and 9 and a perfect record. Chelsea are your top with a superior goal difference, 13 with 9 points. Liga also 9 points with 8 goal difference. Now Jagiellonia also 9 points with 6 goal difference. Rapid Vienna so 9 points. Victoria Victoria SC, and so 9 points. Shamrock Rovers 7. Fiorentina, that was 6. And a very, very sad one. Weren't expecting Fiorentina to lose. That was so much. And then the list goes on and on and on and on and on in terms of Chelsea players now. Chelsea game on boy and runner compared to the Conference League games and records. So that's the Conference League table. And Chelsea are right at the very top in terms of the number of players. After the game, coach Enzo Maresca had a conversation. Chelsea have now scored 44 goals this season. 44 goals. And Enzo Maresca team actually this season, I think they're staggering. Chelsea highest goal scorer, Abrante friend Christopher Nkunku, on 10 goals and assists. Hat-trick of assists for Abrante friend Enzo Fernandez in the first half. It was a huge one for the young Argentine, given the recent results and Shedan Kuyi for him. It was a very, very important one for Abrante, your friend Enzo Fernandez. He needed to get those results. He needed to grow into it. He needed to really, really see quality on the ball or body. Not a win here, pass Abrante, your friend Enzo Fernandez. Ebenya quality and of course, this is what Axel de Sassi about the set piece. Just our set piece coach Bernardo told us that we have to score from a corner kick tonight because we didn't score. We didn't do that at the beginning of the season. I think tonight he will be very happy going in there. 8 goals, 3/3 wins in the UECL. That's the quality of Chelsea Football Club. Felix and Kani Chukwuemeka, but at the same time now, a football in there. Kani Chukwuemeka Bebono. That's the quality that you could see from both players now. Now a lot of quality all through everything that Chelsea now move on the ball, off the ball. How do we able to dictate the pace of the game? How solid they were in games now move on. That was the quality play from them. Of course, before competition, Axel de Sassi said the coach told us that every team will come here to play their game of the year. We are conscious of this, and it's about playing the game that show respect, but also we need to show our quality. We are pushing in the same way, whether it's the Conference League or in the English Premier League. We keep the same desire to win. From my brand friend Enzo Fernandez, he went on inside interview. My goal is something we have worked on in training in terms of set pieces. Like I told you, some say Omane Bernardo Cueva in a lot of discussions, a lot of preparations inside set piece games now. Enzo Fernandez, it was good win. This type of game, we know it was a big team. So tonight was an opportunity for us to show a lot of quality and what we wanted to do. Enzo Maresca spoke to Chelsea on our branch friend Tyreek George. I said he was good. I said before the game, probably with young players, sometimes it's better to tell them the day before or right before they are. We did, and then Tyreek George was good. Enzo Maresca, the players once again showed professionalism and how serious they are. It's easy to sleep or fall down in this type of game. Football is full of surprises. What I asked them before the game was to show how serious they were, how professional, and they showed that in terms of that quality. They did the job exactly so. Peter Crouch and now on BBC. I say, looking at some of the names, I just don't see how Chelsea can lose this tournament. And Obia now putting pressure on them. And that's the reason in TSA Chelsea has to get the wins now in the Conference League, get the wins, get the performances, go as far as the final, and hopefully bring the trophy home. About the very first time at Chelsea ever in the Conference League and also winning the Conference League. Joko, I say Chelsea shouldn't be in this competition, but it is what it is and it's where they are. This tournament doesn't start for Chelsea until the quarterfinals or semi-finals. They are massive favorites to win it, and they should be over the toss and say we are in the competition to win it. In any competition we are in, we strive for the best. In the competition, we definitely do want to win over there. In terms of the coach of FC Noah, was said it had to take 8-0. We knew that Chelsea are on another level as a team, but still we wanted to do better. If we didn't concede so early in the game, maybe after 2 minutes, when we had this very good Gregorio chance, if we had scored a goal, things probably would have been different over here. So that's exactly how football is like over there. In the annual, maybe the funny thing is that after the game, Brazilian William took to Twitter and posted a blue emoji picture, seeing how exciting the football is at Stamford Bridge. And I'm sure, say, licking the lips, he wants to go there and get a smoke and come and play for Chelsea Football Club. With him, say a huge opportunity for him as a young player that plays in Brazil and as a player in the Obabe Pio or Chelsea Football Club. No, he has been waiting for some opportunity, to come in and play some very good football. And Abrantia. Your friend Stavao William licking his lips, waiting for such huge opportunity to go in and then play some very good football for himself and also for Sobinyasa exposure or Chelsea were able to do the job, but then over to them, God willing, this weekend against Arsenal, huge game. And I said Chelsea to me, but in our results now on Madrid for and there are issues with Coach Fred and Carlo Ancelotti. We know changes will not come just like that. Our team it's Madrid. It's definitely going to take some time, but we'll wait to see how all of that do pan out. Casado is the sixth player to have covered the most distance in the Spanish La Liga and the Champions League in 47.3. That's why we draw the curtain now as on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. See you. Bye-bye.